Hello awesome people of YouTube and welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2. This is going to be a brand new best of 5 series between our Terran player MMA and our Zerg player Elazer. So Elazer, just a bit of details, Team True Esport, he's from Poland and he's 18. MMA, who is our Terran player, he is actually used to be on Team Acer, he's actually retired at this point, and he's from Korea. As far as I'm aware, he's 27 or 28 years old, that I do not quite remember. So let's see what our players are going to be doing up to here now. Just a quick mention, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you are on a streak of watching my videos, please click that subscribe button. You might need to register an account if you don't have one already, and it would be of benefit for both you and me. Also, of course, if you want to get instant updates, Facebook and Twitter are pretty handy for that. And I do post to them every time there's a new series up. On Twitter I post every time there is any video up actually, because that's kind of automatic by YouTube. Okay, so it looks like an expansion coming out first for Elazer, which is quite standard. Not expecting to see too much harassment, but I would say he'll probably go for a pool right after that. Just in case there's a big Reaper harassment. So there we go, pool going straight down at 18 supply. Or actually, was that 19 or 17 rather? I don't know, but that's okay. We do have barracks on the way from MMA also, and a Reaper rushed out straight away. Now he continues to mine gas, which I suppose means he might continue with the Reaper production afterwards, but since it's just one barracks, probably just gonna stop at that. And there we go, the command center going down second as well, so not going to be expecting too much of a early aggression starting with this best of 5, probably because it's a huge map. You can't really rush here, because if you do, then it's too much of a risk. If you don't have enough units, basically the way rushes work, and it's kind of pretty typical for every game really, it doesn't really matter if you're Zerg, Terran or Protoss, you might have a lot of units at the very beginning, but if your rush does not do significant enough damage, by which I mean you destroy enough of an economy, so let's say you open with 4 Reapers, if you don't destroy about 10, maybe 5 to 10 drones, then it's at that point not worth it. So there you go, the Reaper is now going to be doing a little bit of harassment. Now Reapers do take quite a few shots to destroy Zergling, so he'll be annoying, but he's not going to be able to kill anything here until he really commits to it. Now it looks like he really wants that drone, does manage to pick it off, so destroying a drone early on with 1 Reaper is actually quite nice. Typically you'd see that the Zerg player would bring it further away just to basically prevent it from getting killed. But does look like that 1 Reaper manages to take care of that and kills a Zergling as well. So at this point he's pretty much paid for himself, which is pretty awesome. Looking at production tabs, it looks like our Terran player MMA going for the typical 1-1-1 build, which he seems to really like, something that he does pretty often. And out of that, we do have a tech lab on the factory. Is he going to lift that factory? Nope, he's going to go for a tank, so probably just going to bring out 1 medevac or liberator out of this, which is quite okay. A bunker being put down here as well, just a bit of defense. Doesn't opt to put it out here because it is further away from the ramp. So if it's here, the Zerglings can run by like this, but it is a little bit less of a, you know, he has to control them more and waste APM on that as well. So there you go, we do have the Reaper is possibly going to get caught out here off the creep. Oh my god, he just about manages to escape there. That was quite clutch play there. Is that a Roachborn? Yes it is indeed. On the way now as well to deal with any potential other harassment from Reapers. Now, something to note, we have a Nidus Canal being built by Elazer. Now, the one thing to note on top of that, there is no overlords in place right now, so while the Nidus Canal might be finished very soon, it's not going to be possible to put anything into the base for quite some time until he gets some vision in there. Unless of course he manages to bring the Zergling in, but honestly I don't think that he's going to manage that. And on the Terran player side, it does look like there's 1 siege tank here in the front, so again this is quite standard here, putting up defenses here, and he will be able to move back into his base very quickly if need be. Now Nidus Canal is actually being put right in front of the base here, so I think something like here would have been a better position because it gives him more time to keep the canal alive just in case it does get spotted very quickly, because he would be able to use it for a bit longer. There we go, Queen's now coming out. Roach is coming out as well, so just using this to basically get here faster from his own base. So a big engage here, as you can see, taking one pock shot with the tank and backing on away. I don't think this is a wise decision to actually engage onto this. It would be very, very dangerous to continue with this push. And this siege tank, he's just not going to be allowed to do anything with it. Not to forget that the Zerg units are so damn slow off creep until he gets Glider Constitution or further creep, of course. So he does decide to build up a second command center. He believes that he's done enough damage to this push to prevent any further aggression. This siege tank is here by itself, will want to lift that up as soon as possible, just about manages that. All the supply depots being lifted up as well, just to prevent that. And there we go, we do have another Nidus, which got cleaned up very, very quickly, unfortunately. Overlord also is going to be lost here. At this point, looking at this now, the Terran player is going to be doing a little bit better because he does have a command center on the way as well. But because he's getting disengaged, that command center is getting severely delayed right now. So how much damage he's going to be able to do with this push, I'm honestly not sure. There's quite a lot of queens here, which suggests that he would be able to keep these units up for quite some time with the transfuses. This queen here actually has a lot of energy as well, total of 110. So we'll be able to do 2 transfuses out of that. And this medevac and siege play is very annoying right now for Elazer. I can just feel the tension going off here. He is going to try to do a bit of damage to this command center. Is going to be able to do a lot of damage here. I don't know if he wants to focus that down or just run away, because it does look like the Marines are quickly heading in here. They will be able to clean this up. I believe that if they chase, they'll definitely be able to come out on top. And maybe even clean up the Nidus Swarm as well. Now looking at the production tab, we do have Glider Constitution on the way. Although no roaches. They are starting to load into... Oh, this one poor roach getting caught out before it loads into the Nidus Canal. So there you go, all the units back in the main base. Only a few of them remaining. Let's have a look at the lost units tab. I think that, yeah, as I suspected, MMA came out so far on top on that engage. So look at that, 4 SCVs, 1 Reaper and 6 Marine for 14 roaches alone are worth like triple that. At least triple that. So definitely didn't favor Elazer here in any way on that engage. I think that he overcommitted a little bit once he saw the siege tanks. He should have backed off at that point. And MMA with the push onto this third base. Is it going to get shut down? I believe it is. I don't think there's going to be much possible from Elazer with all of this defense here. Siege tanks in the back, Marines in the front. And there we go, Ruch is now streaming in here, gonna start to do damage to the siege tank. Defender circle has been put up and is in place. Manages to take out 1 unit, and GG he's called here. That is pretty much it for game number 1, just 8 minutes for victory. And that's pretty much it for game number 1 between MMA and Elazer. MMA takes the first lead to the game, of course. Best of 5, so the first game is important, but not the very last thing. Quite often you'd see that the player will start falling behind a little bit, but then learn the tactics and how the other player works, and basically come back after that. So we're going to be moving on to game number 2 very shortly. As usual, if you want to subscribe to my channel, please click that subscribe button below if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck, take care, bye bye.